Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch out. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
The play clock's running down, and they'll run it here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a carry for White. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
3 down. Here we go now. Green.
Play clock winding down. Here's Bortles to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On the toss, here's White. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Time running out here on the play clock. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Fresh set of downs here. One receiver left, two to the right.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Let's go.
Check it out, Reed.
J2. 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 Let's go. Blue 58.
In motion left goes a tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down.
Three down.
Let's go. Blue 58.
They'll drop to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They come out here in the eye. Toss play to Lynch. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal.
Let's go. Blue.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
We got 3 down. Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Here we go now. Green 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go. Green, 39. Switch.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Left. Green, 58, rail. Black, 58, rail. Green, 90. Green.
They'll go for it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now this offense ready to take over again. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Hey,
Here we go. Slow.
Switch.
Slow. Zing.
Under 10. 10.